accused person informed me that Brigadier Kininda went to the hospital of the mine. To confirm if he went to the hospital of the mine and to inquire about his injuries. Then he brought certain documents that were not revealed to him. Can you say something?
Ngasi fetulele Brigadier Kininda akia bona lo mangwalo a reng Brigadier Kininda o tla I fetulela Brigadier Kininda o tseba eng ka ona.
I would not want to answer for Brigadier Kininda about those papers that he claims that he had, because I did not see them. Brigadier Kininda will come and answer for himself about those papers. Again, Brigadier Kininda ngama paper kuthiwa wayewaphethe uBrigadier Kininda uzofika yena-ke azochaza ngala maphepha kuthiwa wayewaphethe.
It is the version of accused number 2 that after that meeting, after that investigation in Carltonville, after he has denied his involvement, he denied that he ever admitted any involvement in the commission of.
That is not true.
Yes. Before he was brought back, booked in at Pretoria North, he was severely assaulted by the Metro Police officers.
The Metro Police officers. I do not know about that.
Question now is, was he ever taken to a dentist to confirm if he had a gold tooth or not?
Yes, I took him there.
What was the outcome of the examination?
I don't remember correctly, but there are medical records in the docket.
Yes, it's my instruction that accused number 2, it was found that he has never put any gold teeth in his mouth.
I can't say no, because we're going to see the medical records inside the docket.
Accused will come and tell the court that on the 19th, on the date the alleged confession was taken, he was assaulted by the Metro Police officers including Mabena, who was in your company. The Metro Police officers that were present was Buthelezi, Jonathan, and Mr. Mabena, who were involved in the assault and torturing and chopping of accused number 2.
Kadi 19 kachachile wela wajua confession galona. Mla tupata ora wela atiwa iba polisha kwa metro katolo lima kabe lima ben. Bari bai lima mutia Buthelezi, Jonathan lima bena and mo baila ba mutia hape ba mutia lili chu. I do not accept that because I don't know anything about them. He would have informed me if he had been assaulted. During a period of where you being jailed.
Who was driving the Toyota Fortuner? On that day, he was transported to Morocco.
He drive again. He drive again.
It was. I was the driver of that car. What we mean, I actually motor Toyota Fortuner.
It's my instruction that as he was transported, a car parked next to a certain filling station where he saw a board reflecting Albertine.
Mara hasa kibamcha bamsamaisha kana kule wila ayema mupati hopefully the garage mwele ngabona sign hearing Albertine. Joy usamhambisa bafika lapha emisa khona garage la yabona khona kune board elithi Albertine.
Phela buchawa rere ya Morocco, ere sa ya Morocco. Dilona jetere sa ya Morocco afro.
Yes.
I want an explanation of whether it was when we were still on our way to Morocco.
This is the version of accused. I said I'll cover that during the course of the. You can't pose questions on me.
We are working in cooperation here. So if there is something that I do not understand, I need to ask.
Yeah.
So as much as when you have something you do not understand, you can ask me.
I agree. But the bottom line is I'm putting the version as is of accused number 2. He was stopped, or the Toyota Fortuner stopped next to a filling station, and that's when, a short while, the motor vehicle that was driven by Jonathan arrived.
This is not true.
Yes. It was a Golf, and later on you were joined by Buthelezi and Mapumulo, who were driving a Nissan, hardboard Nissan, a Paki.
Buthelezi Mapumulo was driving hardboard Nissan. I'm disputing that. Trying a puberty,
accused was taken out of the motor vehicle, the Toyota Fortuner. And brought to the motor vehicle that was driven by Jonathan. he was seated at the back right side of the motor vehicle of Jonathan.
That is not true.
Sergeant Mabena was on the left hand side at the back.
Sergeant Mabena left.
Constable Buthelezi was on the next to accused, but the door was open for the right back.
But Sergeant Buthelezi Sergeant Buthelezi again wayengemumva ngapha ngawesukudla kodwa ke umnyango uvulile.
Then Jonathan was on his knees on the right, or on the seat, driver's seat, and he pushed that driver's seat towards accused number 2 and pressed him hardly on his knees.
But Jonathan, you know, vale kamo student samu anwa koloi ila pushisha marao student sela sam driver koloi ore sele se ho kubacha mula tofato mama mwele. That is not true. Aguncha.
That's when Mabena was using a silver plastic truets which covered the face of accused number 2 with the purpose of choking him, suffocating him.
Mabena ino bashimsha plastic silver ya truets or atine mnatofato mama ya. That is not true.
And Constable Buthelezi was blocking the accused number 2 from getting out of the motor.
Constable Buthelezi that is not true.
Then you immediately after that, you actually moved from that place and you went to next to a dumping area. On the way, it's on the way to Albertine.
Dumping site
I want to find out what was I traveling in when I went to the dumping site.
Immediately after that incident of chopping and assaulting, the cars traveled, all of them, to that dumping area.
I'm about to move like a plastic but it's going to go dumping area.
Dumping area.
I dispute that because I don't remember us passing a dumping area.
All the cars stopped at that area, and that area there are stairs. Stairs with steel poles.
What if we little steps out you are cheap? Generally the ballage are cheap. I'm still disputing all of that. I am reiterating.
So the handcuffs were taken out from the hands of accused, which were where he was handcuffed from behind. And one of his hand with a handcuff. The other handcuff was put on the steel pipe.
That is not true.
Then his jacket was taken off
Bale ba mapula ba ikena ya bir. That is not true.
Then the assault continued. As previous.
That is not true.
Brigadier Gininda arrived in a white BMW with Sergeant Mohola and one gentleman with the braces.
Brigadier Gininda ola tla BMW show as bla Sergeant Mohola le mona
Crispin
over already crossband.
Tata Mogomezu Saole Japa Bella which Ntanzi always need to John as in need.
Mr. Muzo, I still ask you to ask Ntanzi to tell you the truth because all of this is not true.
BMW will Langayon is a new model. I see model 1 2020.
The BMW that you are referring to is a new model. It's not a 2020 model.
The latest BMW, where say Shumish.
No, it's the latest BMW. We are not using it. The BMW, Yanga College, this is Catcher 20. Trouble Musha. This is Catcher 20. Sky 17.
And Brigadier Gininda Azanga no Atamena.
And Brigadier Gininda never came close. Brigadier Gininda Azar Sunday.
Yes. When he arrived, I done.
Yes, finished.
Yes, I'm finished.
When during the course of the assault and torturing, there's a device that was also used.
But I have a sense of Amatria when I didn't train binding way.
Accused number 2 was poured with water from his front part of his body. From his front part of the body.
I dispute that.
And he was electrocuted by Mabena, Jonathan, and Buthelezi exchangeably.
I'm sorry, Shagam Takasi, Ilima Bena Buthelezi, Jonathan, Batushan. I dispute that. I get people to Bamba Bago case, Jonathan Buthelezi, no Maben.
When the plastic was removed and accused number 2 was bleeding from his nose.
Badly, I went to some plastic here over Victoria, not to Fajay, and now over Choma, you got him. I don't know how I'm going to answer you because this is continues to be lies. He
informed me that you did not participate in the assault at the garage as well as in the back.
As he explains to you, where was I when he was being assaulted?
It is my instruction that you, at the time, during the course of the assault, you will actually move away from. And you came back and he heard you saying, Yegelan demand.
And the when I will how now.
The dame I can say what not give Munda Sagano Vetiwa.
Mr. Muzo, I don't know how to explain this, but this person was not assaulted. He was not taken out of my car because I wouldn't allow it.
Ask us in each horo na Quabella Maca, Lina Vera, what compare and the won't chassiri to go Loja Janjon like a mark, and very little Momolo at the Hatish. It was Ascal Paragamaca. abolele nnete
I-
a sanga rano ya mafelo a sanga la matabi real straight Moroka police station.
And he must tell you the truth. He mustn't tell you lies because this is now impacting on your dignity. You are a very dignified person. You mustn't make you say lies because you never stopped anywhere until you went to Morocco.
I'll keep on
Manje
giving
umsolo akatshela iqiniso angitshela manga ngoba wehlisa isithunzi sakho kuyabonakala indoda enesithunzi. I'm continuing.
after you said Yegelandi man, then there was a meeting shortly after that. He was losing.
Tlogelang monna o go ela la ba le kopano ka mramo. Emva uthi umtshela ukuthi abayekelele ndoda kwaba nomhlangano emva kwalo.
That's then you drove to Soweto.
Ibuyelele la senati kolweni la Soweto. That is ilapho yena ngene emotweni naseni Soweto.
Sagana ke la ra ya mafelo.
I'm still refusing, saying that we never stopped anyway. Sakuphika namanje ngoba sange sime la.
You, Mabena, and accused number 2 drove into Chris Hane Baragwanath Hospital.
Balo wena le mabena le mlatfasha bedi le hele la tsena go hospital sa go para Chris Hani Baragwanath.
Where you met Colonel Rapad.
Mo le la kopana le Colonel Rapad.
Sa boletsa ke ga.
No, I'm still reiterating that I'm disputing that. I ngisaqhubeka lapha ngiyaphika lo.
Then Colonel Rapadu gave the keys to his wife.
Ari Colonel Rapad ile fa msalo wa idikia.
They were in company of a child.
Ne ba sipela le ngwana.
Ai sagana e wa ke bona.
No, I'm still disputing that. I didn't see that.
Then-
Kaphika nalogo angizange ngibone.
It's my instruction that you drove with Colonel Rapadu to Orlando, and you parked at an open area next to ATMs that were no longer functioning.
Rela le Colonel Rapad ile na fita go ona le di ATM ko Orlando. Mo ona le di ATM tse senyegileng.
Sagana.
I'm disputing that as well.
So
Kaphika nalogo.
So the car's parked there. Accused man, he was taken out of your motor vehicle, and the assault continued.
Well, koloi fitlhe ja ema fawe mola fasha anchwa ka koloi a tsela pele ka go betsa.
And Brigadier Kininda arrived,
Remove
Ken-
Brigadier
Sergeant-
Keninda wele afit.
Mohole.
Asipela le Sergeant Mongona.
Da dum go mezula. Ko la ke tsonna re ga ke nda o fitla ga kae e ntse re mmetha. O fitlhile kwa
Ai.
side and le ka mo fitlhela ga na ke.
Deny-
I do
or
not
admits-
understand how many times this Brigadier Kanenda arrives because even that other side, when we're supposed to have been assaulting him, he kept arriving. Kangazi ukuthi lo Brigadier Kanenda ufika ngayo ngoba nangale la bekuthiwa khona besimshaya uphinde wafika futhi.
I'll request you to deny or admit and substantiate if necessary.
Ngikupa le ngorele kapa le gane kapa le tlhalose ga ile re wa nyaka.
When he arrived, he opened the boot of the BMW and sat on the edge of the boot and took out certain documents.
Bara ga ola ga fika emission BMW ka mra putia wana adula fawe and the document jeri. Tell me figure lapho afika Mr. BMW ofuna I boot BMW wahlala phezulu kwayo lapha engcupheni la yelo iBMW waseke evula ama document athisi.
Ai sagana gape.
I'm still disputing that. Sakuphika nalo.
Yes. He gave those documents to Colonel Rapatu, and that's when accused number 2 was forced to sign those documents.
But you want to la mapepa athathwane ku Colonel Rapatu ke ilapho ke What is the Babylon if I can rapatu anymore riding a happy legend or assign it Babylon?
Sarana.
I'm still disputing that. Kaila to a corner one, I'm a pepper cannon rapatu, and Ilapoge Solo Abampoka corner which I signed the Lama document. You have Pigado.
There were documents or there were pages that were not stamped with his thumb. As a result, they were completed at Morocco police station.
I don't know if I did and the Jew, go police station, yeah, Morocco.
Iwa kai bona Brigadier Gindo tla ikarabela ke ilori ena ba re go pola nna ke a bona dipampiri di.
As for me, I did not see that Brigadier Ginenda may come and confirm that if he does remember any of the. I mean, I don't think born ma uthi Colonel Ginenda ukoneta ibona uzoza azosikhulumela.
In the nutshell, both confessions by accused number 2 were not freely and voluntarily given by accused number 2. And it's my instruction
sort of speaking ushutike lokuvuma izono wakhe kabili akazange kwenze ekhululekile.
And my instruction further is that from the day he was arrested on the 16th of June until or up to the 24th when the alleged confession was taken, he was not in a rightful state of mind because of the assaults.
I don't go to June Gadi 24 o mobile usane kamuhelo yamlatu ubasa asi modikelon jelibuzi kaore bafela bamuthi
Brana mkomezi uri ke yeso o twa ka 16 fla ka 23 24 avethwa orara ona sata o tla phela o ba sa le o atla jaga go tsemelo ga o ra re lo ba betho di re menta re mu chupa re electrified atsona o ba tla ba sa phela you know.
Well, so let me put it this way. If this person had been assaulted from that day, from the 16th to the 24th, and being choked and with all that assault, was he still going to be the same as he is now? Now, I think he better. Uba wa shout so I'm class 16 go from class 24. Eloge fawa no plastic kanda. Shoot wa say eloge mfaka bembopisa na ngogesi. Shooting empela. Besazo wazi ukuthi kubera benje.
Sorry, is the word which he used natlas sana apela. Did you use that word?
Well, urele ubasata apila.
Yes. The interpreter, I understand most of these languages. Tell it as it is. It says, if you are subjected to such chopping, assault, etc., would you still be alive? Is that how you are putting it, sir?
Oh, bageng empela ke wayenziwa konke lokhu kushawa banjise ngogesi afakwe nesho bezoqhubeka esaphila.
And in the office, that's his instruction, that in the office in room 2, in box record, he did not sign any document.
Good office in go room 2 go box back. I wouldn't be able to know that because when they signed, I wasn't there.
And there's something that I've omitted, which was said by Colonel Rapatu at Orlando.
Colonel Rapatu Orlando.
Colonel Rapatu, after he he observed the assault and the tubing of the accused person. He asked if this person is still alive.
Colonel Rapato, how when I come with Chuka Bamugiano Jigamoka, without which is Anamuna Osanja Pillar. I do not know about that. I tell you.
So he was further after the 24th at room 2. He said he didn't sign. Then he was taken to another place in Jimistin.
I come around as a signing at 24. Well, I'm a Jabba Misha go playing him with Jimistin. I do not remember that.
That is next to industrial. It's an industrial area. There are fences around it.
No, I do not remember about that.
He was subjected to threat, assault until he signed documents.
Very more about Chusheta, about Motria, who is the last Senate document.
You will take it out of the way of it hung down. Naya Maka Gaba is better or Gaba village of Tasanga no way to an Asaka no Shuamokiagan.
Well, I dispute that because at the rate at which he claims to have been assaulted, he would have been taken to hospital or he would have said something about it. But I, for one, dispute that. Intellectual way showing I work for Neluguti. Why is better than Plambeg Angela and Utushire? What do I mean? I can pick out.
As a result of that, there were few blood stains, blood that spilled on the papers that he was signing.
But do you mean referring to the Morocco one or the Boxburg one?
My version follows up to Jimistin industrial area.
I dispute that. I didn't see any paper that was bloodied, and I did not see those papers.
All right. All right. You said on the 22nd of June.
Sorry. Mr. Commissioner, when you say there were documents which were bloodied, what are you referring to? Which documents are you pertinently referring to?
I'm referring to the pro forma and the statement that was taken by Magistrate Mrs. Cronier. Cronier, my lord.
So it was bloodied before it was taken to her?
No. In her office, accused denied that he signed any document.
Yeah, right.
Then they proceeded to Jimistin industrial area,
right,
where he was beaten, and there were documents that were introduced to the accused. After the assault, there was a spilling of blood on those documents.
Are these the documents which were handed up to court by your colleague,
Mr. Baloyi?
Baloyi, yes, sir.
My lord.
The pro forma was handed up, remember?
That's correct.
Is that the document you are referring to?
That's the document. But when it was put on Mrs. Cronier about the nature of the documents, that's where I asked whether are there any blood stains in those documents. She said no, because that's when I put the version to say those documents that are in your possession must have some blood stains because blood spilled on the documents that accused number 2 signed. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
May I proceed?
Yes.
On the 22nd of June 2020, you said accused number 2 appeared in Shabane Magistrate Court.
On the 27th of June 2020, that is correct. 22
22nd of June.
22nd of June 2020.
Is that correct?
Yeah, isn't it?
Ke nnete.
That is correct. Yeah, we
He appeared in person or physically. Did he appear physically?
Eh,
That is correct.
Was he represented?
lo la mathogo ba sena memedi.
The first time he didn't have a lawyer.
I'm in possession of a document which we agreed with my colleague Malot. That document is marked VV1.
VV1?
VV1, Malot. We recently received, discovered. It's a recently discovered document.
What is that document? I don't know.
It's about.
Yes.
I'm in possession of these documents.
Yes, I have it.
Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, I know it.
Can you please place on record what is on the on the tram lines after the official stamp? On the top part of the document, there are tram lines there.
Oh. It's Tlhabane CHC Dental Services.
Tlhabane CHC Dental Services.
Do you know what is that?
Yes, I know it.
What is it?
Kisuma.
Ke pampiri ya go iswa mo ngakeng ya meno.
It is a document, it's a report from a it's a report from the dentist.
Yes. The names written.
Bongani Ntanzi.
It's Bongani Ntanzi.
All right. What is more important about this document is the date in which it was completed.
And
can you see the date?
I can see it.
What is the date there?
22 of 6, 2020.
22 of 6, 2020.
All right. Does it? It was signed by the accused.
Yes, it was. You ever was signed up?
So when was this document completed? What time was it completed? Do you know?
Yes, I do know.
What time was it?
After the court,
it is after we had taken him to court in Tlhabane.
Is the time stipulated in this document?
I do not see the time. I don't know if you'll be able to direct me to where the time is.
That's the reason why I'm asking about time, because the version of accused number 2 that he was taken to to this institution. He never appeared in court on the 22nd of October of June 2020.
Ntate Mogomedi la bolela nnete re mešitše court ka letšatši leo pele re ya mo dentisteng.
You must stop the truth, because we took him to court before we took him to the dentist. Fala kulumikini somoba sami yesa enkantolo ngaka ikudokotela masi.
Before I conclude my cross-examination on accused number 2, may I approach him, my lord, to check if there's something outstanding?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, my lord. Can you proceed to accused number 1?
Kaya kumla tukachoma chomo.
Accused number 1 was arrested on the 30th of May 2022. Remember that?
Mla tukachoma chomo ila sora gadi 13 May 2020 wakula.
Isingari 13, I think ari 30.
30th.
Not 13.
It was the 30th, not the 13th.
30th. It's the 30th of May.
Good night.
That is true. Yabo abo from 30 to May 2020.
And he was taken to court on the 1st of on the 1st of on the 1st of June 2020.
Elisha Horongali 1st of June 2020.
Go phošololwa Ntate Mogomedi o se re ka di 31. 30.
To correct you, Mr. Mogomedi, he was arrested on the 31st, not on the 30th. Ka ulungisa airport abosho umhlaka 31 ngiyawuhlaka date.
All right, in order to clarify that aspect, to the state, I think, is in possession of SAP. Okay, beside that, there's evidence from Mr. Tellez that he was present on the 30th of May when he arrested accused number 1.
Can you please come again?
There's evidence before this honorable court given by Constable Tellez, who confirmed that accused number 1 was arrested on the 30th of May 2020 around 1 o'clock in the morning during the day.
Ona lo bupaki wa tshengi Constable Tellez lo la tfatwa o ila sora ga di date ka dinako tsa bo 1.
Bolela nna be ke se go mara ke bala mo obia arrest ya kwa Valeria Valeria. Ya Valeria.
I wasn't there, but I'm reading from the OB book of Valeria in Pretoria.
Yes. That's correct, because it reflects the time in which he was booked in. What does it say? What time was he booked in?
Sunday, the 31st of May 2020.
On top is written the 31st of May 2020. Phezulu kubhalwe umhla 31 May 2020.
OB number 2187.
OB number is 2187.
Nabo 020 to 2 in the morning, 0140.
The time was 20 to 2 in the morning.
Yes, the time of arrest is on the 30th of May. The time for booking in is the 31st of May, the following day, because it was early hours of Sunday morning.
Also regarding date, ja May, but who say illegal months are the 31st.
No, ke kuisha ka re be ke se go ba moswara nna tšatši la di 30.
Yes, I understand, but I wasn't present when he was arrested on the day of the 30th. Of the 30th. Yeah, we go so
yes, that's the reason why I'm taking you on the day of the 1st of June 2020. Were you involved? Did you interact with accused number 1 on that day?
No.
Who took accused number 1 to court?
Which chicken?
I was the one who took him to court. Me, I'm sure I'm in the court.
So do you have the records of the court in which you took him to?
When I remember when we go for room for the Misha for room.
OB, you are gonna do records of court.
I don't have the records of the court. It's the OB that has that information. The Lord was do lap of OB and Mobana record as a court.
When he was taken to court, were you accompanied by the escort?
It is correct.
Are you aware that on the 30th of May, on the 30th of May 2020, there was an alleged confession that was taken by Colonel Mboto?
I was over a guy that teacher me only Wamokalamlato, Colonel Mboto. Yes, you know, to try to do me. Well, for me, so no, Bala or Colonel Mboto. No, I do not know.
That means Brigadier Kininda never communicated to you that accused number 1 has or had made the confession.
Brigadier Kininda, how about your Mlato for Trauma or Amokitim Lat? No, he didn't tell me about anything.
Now in court, to which date was it postponed to? You know?
Jale, come on, really. La droit au chito mrabo koya chachile bifi.
Aki se vitla wala la ki tlats ba ki sa jen mo kona ga kena eling to keta ga ishi chen na mo choma ga no go misha court.
No, I'm unable to answer that. It will be only answered by Sergeant Hula because it was advocate. My only responsibility was to take him to court. Lots of people also did Mukura to get like Minaga Okwamicho, and Miss
Was Sergeant Mukhola present when you took accused number 1 to court?
Sergeant Mukhola, was she present when you took the accused to court? Sergeant Mukhola, no, she wasn't there. We only met in court, me and her.
Before, after the postponement?
I found her in court. She was the one that was responsible for placing the docket. So I told her in court, we know I finally court.
So, your involvement, in actual fact, because the matter was postponed to the 8th of June 2020. You were not involved on that day?
It is possible that I was present because I was the one who was taking him on most occasions to court.
Well, after the matter was remanded, to which court was it, to which police station or prison was he remanded to? Or to which prison was he remanded to?
Azanga ishwa prison, ushitsho police station.
No, he wasn't taken to prison, he was taken to a police station. Why is a police station?
Do you have any letter confirmed by the station commissioner or commander that he can be kept at Villarreal police stations?
Station commander, I lose one logo, Villarreal police station.
I should go village. Sergeant BP Mohola, Otata Araba Mara Mangwalo Narayan, Agarbakasemichi, police station, and Safopella, Temission.
No, like I've said, Sergeant BP Mohola will come and tell the court about that, but then when the police station was not going to accept him unless we had such a letter. Sergeant BP Mohola uzoza azosikhulumela ngaloko kodwa ke angeke bamthathe police station ukuthi akuzange kube nencwadi ebhaliwe.
On the 5th of June, on the 5th of June 2020 in Albertine, were you present?
That is correct.
What was your involvement there?
Misha for pointing out.
It was taking him out for an identification.
Pointing out.
For?
Why so corner up which I call
for a pointing out.
Was the Misha they are pointing out.
All right. In Albertine. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Albertine, Misha Albertine police station.
Yes, I took him to the Albertine police station. Yeah, let me say Albertine police station.
Yes, on the 2nd of June, he was booked out again. Do you remember that?
I do not remember.
Which day was he taken to an old man, the Inyanga?
I don't remember the exact actual date, but it was still in June.
What was he called? Were you present?
That is correct.
What was the purpose of going to the Inyanga?
Kile ga botsa ke gazir ke ninda le ba mo gola bibi gore o nya gore bontšha ngaka go Palmridge.
I was told by Brigadier Kinenza and Sergeant Bibi Mkhola that our accused wanted to go and show us a traditional healer.
Palmridge.
In Palmridge. You can go on.
Ya bontšha ngaka e le gore o ile go yona pele Meyiwa a bolaiwa.
He was going to point out the traditional healer that he went to before Senzo Meyiwa was killed.
Will I be wrong? You must tell me if I'm wrong. That the purpose of that exercise was to point out the person whom they consulted prior to the commission of the offense.
O consulta o babedi ke ngaka e ile ngakeng o consulta o ya ngaka yo botšiša ke yona nna information ke le go gore o ile re bontšha ngaka gore o dira re tšeng a ke tsebe
Well, consulting a traditional healer is going to see the traditional healer, but what happened when they went to the traditional healer, as far as because I do not know. Babe nyangen uba phela vele ukuyo yengangeni ukuthi bafike benza ingangeni angekho ngazi.
Yeah, my question is simple. Can I correct me if I'm wrong according to how you understand it? Ne? My question is, can that be not regarded as a pointing out?
Really, so you can see when you're not pointing out here.
No, if you see pointing out to I want to pointing out this pointing out the already formal nelo bonchana ga ba mpudi no ke mo drive ke mi shona mo ba cup.
No, there were two pointing outs, but this is cannot be regarded as a formal pointing out. It was just going to show us. Like he had actually mentioned that he had actually gone to see a traditional healer.
If you say it's not formal, that means it does not require the involvement of a commissioned officer.
Commissioned officer.
Nakelo extraction what wa brigadier Gininda munoro ro bonchangaka o mera sepela motho a ka tanga tlhalusha botse ka in arrangement in chiki sergeant mogolo ga re ke toket ya
the person that can explain at length about this is Sergeant Mukula, because this is a docket. When he said, I got the instruction from Brigadier Gininda that he wants to go and show us a traditional healer.
If it is the
we are la uthi gangi chelwe Brigadier Gininda uthi esikhombisa my own aphinda ngona lapho Sergeant Mukula ngoba le docket yakhe.
Let's go to the 6th of June 2020.
I didn't go to 6th of June 2020.
Accused number 1 was booked out. From Villeria police station.
6th of June.
6th of June. The 6th.
Yeah.
06/06/2020.
Yes, I can see it.
Was he booked out from Villeria police station?
Villeria police station? That is correct.
To where?
Sorry?
To where? Where was he taken to?
If I remember correctly, we went to his home in Nongo.
For what good reason?
Address verification.
We're going to do an address verification. So
you verified that address?
Yes, we did arrive at his home. It is true. The
8th of June 2020 was the date for formal bail application. Do you agree?
The 8th of June, he will charge a bail application now.
Sergeant Bibi Mohola,
No, I wouldn't be able to confirm that because, like I said, this docket belongs to Sergeant Mohola. She's the one who may be able to confirm that. Again, I was with this princess out of Moba. You docket, Sergeant Mohola, we are was pendula.
But I can't lose the fact that you are working as the investigating team. You are working as a team in investigating this case.
That is correct. Yeah, but Senzo say
If the accused person, according to the version, I understand you were not present on the 30th of May 2020, but his version is that he was assaulted. I cannot explain much because you were not present on that day.
Maragadi Titi were in it all. We learned that is true. I wasn't present.
When he was taken to Fosloras, next to a municipality area, were you also present?
Hi, Bamisha go Fosloras. How feeling?
After he was booked out on the 31st. On the 31st.
Very 31st. Let me just refresh my mind because it's a long time ago. All I remember is that I took him to court and nowhere else.
So I quickly consult with Mr. Thank you, my lord. That concludes my cross-examination.
Yes, Mr. Nisi.